Yep. I'm thankful for another lovely day. Swear I'm thankful for another lovely day. Yeah, I'm thankful for another lovely day. Kinfo. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. So we about to break it all down. We about to break bread right now. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit that sub. You new around here. Hit that like button. Drop a comment. Say what's up. Feel me? Cause this my West End. What's up to y'all? Shout out to a fan from College of Staten Island. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Make sure you hit that subscribe and come around more often. So today, guess what we finna talk about? Finna talk about why problems come around. You feel me? Some problems come around because it's time for you to learn a lesson from on the first go round or this go round. Other problems come around because it's for maintenance to see did you learn the lesson. So stop letting people get to you. The reason why I say stop letting people get to you because it ain't about them people, you feel me? It's about you. But the moment you make it about other people, then you miss the whole point and you miss your clue. You feel me? And this was a clue that was given to you. You feel me? But should you be tricked by the others into paying attention to them versus paying attention to yourself, then zoom, wham. There go your shit. Allah, cut, zam. But saying all this to say, because too often we get caught up and arguing with other people. Shout out to you, love. Shout out to you. Make sure y'all drop a comment, hit that like button, because you know they trying to ban the positive man. Listen, too often we get caught up in trying to combat these people, trying to argue with these people. Let me fill my water. I'm tripping out you. God. Too often, we into this and we be focusing on these people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of dealing with our issue. Our issue ain't necessarily the people that it manifests into. Our issue particularly be whatever the, like say for instance, let me give you a complete example. What I mean by what's our issue? If a person show up and they getting on your nerves because they always complaining, well, this person showed up in your life. If you're not a complainer, let's say if you ain't a complainer. If you're not a complainer, this person showed up for you to maintenance, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that you not complaining in certain areas. Make sure that you not building up for a future complaint. You know what I'm saying? So when these people come around, it's not for you to be like, you know what? Yeah, me too, man. I got a complaint. No, it's for you to be like, man, let me see if I got some self-checking to do, whether or not I'm complaining, if I'm doing the same thing too. But if I'm not, then all right, man. I appreciate you for having your spot, but let's see if I can figure out a way to help you understand the good things in your situations too. If I may, you feel me? But if we continue to let other people get to us, I'm telling you right now, we be too busy being distracted with things that are not becoming of our situations. And quite frankly, that ain't what you want. That ain't what you in this for. So I'm over here just trying to warn you real quick, let you know, Kinfo, that shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. It might make you feel good for the moment, trying to argue with somebody, you feel me? But in the long run, G, in the long run, that shit gonna bring you down. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because quite frankly, these people are merely examples of shit that you do too. And if you can't I repeat, if you can't find it in you to see yourself and other people, first, if you can't find a way to see yourself, life has a way of manifesting in other people. And then, if you miss the point, then life got a way of just taking you on up out of here because you worrying about the wrong thing. You feel me? You worrying about the wrong thing. You putting your focus on other people instead of focusing on you and being able to interact as a whole person with other people. You don't hear me? Too often when people get into it over the basic details of a misunderstanding that we have, because the misunderstanding is that, you know, we're supposed to work all this shit out that we have going on within ourselves. We supposed to work that shit out with everybody else, but we really supposed to work that shit out with ourselves. So when these misunderstandings happen, because we trying to work the shit out with everybody else, instead of, come on, that's the point. Instead of working that shit out with ourselves, man, you don't know what's on the next person, man. You don't know what they got up their sleeve. You feel me? You don't know how hurt these people really be. Even though they try to portray like everything is fine and dandy, you don't know how hurt. But if you know like I know, I hurt, you feel me? Then guess what? It would be fair to say that they got hurt too. So, well, I'm concerned, them niggas got buku hurt. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of hurt built up. And even if they don't say it enough or say nothing, you know what's up. You know what's up. Because you know what you got up. You know what you go through. And guess what? It's imperative that you show you can be considerate for others. Not because you know pussy, but because in the long run, it might keep you alive. In the long run, it might keep you alive. Man, I know you shining down on me, grandmama. I know you shining down on me. I keep on, man, keep feeling your energy all around, homie. All around. Most of our family, like I said, I'm gonna go back to that main point that I want y'all to reference, man. Look, a lot of these misunderstandings take place because we misunderstand that it's meant for us to work these things out within ourselves, not for us to work this shit out with everybody else. Because the only thing you can do at that point, when it's a misunderstanding, is we gonna work all right. You feel me? We gonna work these hands. And as far as I'm concerned, the only way to avoid that, is to learn to work out a lot of these things that you consider a problem within yourself. And even if you find out that, guess what? I don't got that problem no more. This is the time to celebrate within yourself. Celebrate within yourself and be at peace enough to where, shoot, you're gonna let this person probably have a moment without you arguing. That's where you go, man. Without you arguing about how they complaining. You feel me? Maybe you can take that moment to celebrate how far you come in life and how you don't complain as much as you used to no more, or you not a complainer. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. They trying to ban the positive, man. But when you notice that, it's like, shit, let me celebrate the fact that I don't complain. You feel me? Or let me celebrate the fact that I remember when I used to complain all the time, but I don't do that no more. And when you at peace at that point, guess what? Same way it work out with creativity, is the same way it's gonna work out for you being able to determine whether or not there is a solution within your tool belt to help this person through whatever they're going through. But we don't have to lead off no different than, telling somebody, man, your ass over there all pissed off, man, bro, you need to calm down. Like, you can't fight fire with fire in a lot of situations, my nigga. If you really want somebody to calm down, bro, fighting fire with fire in that situation will only consume the both of y'all. Only consume the both of y'all. So therefore, it's in your best interest that you do not feed into that, but you act as though a opposite to repel the high or the hot nature You be cool. You be cool. You want your child not to be so loud, you tell them calmly, hey, baby, quiet down, man. Y'all too loud. But if you yelling, you feel me? Where you think they got that from? And eventually, once they figure it out, I'm just telling you for the babies figure it out. Eventually, they gonna tune you out. And that's a dangerous place for your child to be. Tuning out the adult in their life because they realize that the adult is not being real with them and telling them the truth. When they sitting over here telling them to do stuff that they don't do, you feel me? Rather than just being real, like, look, baby, there might be some things that you see me do that I tell you to do the opposite of, but it's not because I'm lying to you, baby, but it's simply because I'm working on these things, and I don't want you to have these same hang-ups. So to avoid having the same hang-ups, baby, just don't even start doing it. Just don't even start doing it, and you don't gotta worry about it. So, shout out to my mama, no. Shout out to my daddy, no. You feel me? Because I understand now. That's what they was trying to show me. They was trying to show me that, hey, bro, you don't gotta do these things. You don't gotta repeat my mistakes, but you can go forth and do it your own way. You can go forth and make the best of your life without having to say, well, shoot, you know, this is how it's been, and this the only way I know to be. Man, that day over with. That day over with. Like I said, when your kids grow to see that you ain't been giving them the full truth, you been fronting like you got it all together, but all the while, you been on your bullshit too, like the rest of the people out here that's been lying to them. My bad, y'all. I got caught up looking at some little plants, man. These little plants in nature be catching my eye. Cause there's so much around us, man. That's another reason why we can't get caught up in worrying about other people, because a lot of times, bro, they just want to bring you down to where you can be equal to them. And when you clearly see somebody trying to bring you down, you can't let them. You feel me? You can't just be like, oh, this is what you want me to be. No. You gotta be like, no, this is my level. Rise up. You feel me? Rise up. And if you keep on rising, guess what? And you be that example, they will also rise to the occasion. They will also rise to the occasion. But if you keep on falling for the okie doke, if you go say, oh, you know what, I just want to fit in today. Guess what? Believe it or not, you might have a lot more friends. You might not have as much of a stressful day trying to get your points across on how we can better ourselves and constantly be working towards betterment. But what you will be is a stumbling block. You will be something that another young person looks at and say, you know what, I was trying to do better with myself, and I thought, you know, this was the direction to go, but I really look up to such and such, and now they out here, you know, doing the things that everybody else on the block doing. So, you know what, I'm about to get out here on the block and make my way too. Make my way too. Be careful, family. One of the other reasons that you gotta stay, of course, is so often, family, and it's going along with the don't feed into what motherfuckers want you to get into, or they just trying to bring you down to their level so they can be equal. You'll sit here and argue with a person about something that's really, in the scheme of things, minute to what you really got going on or what you going through. But here it is all the while for them. That's everything. They don't really got too much else going on. So while you sitting over there arguing with them, they like, man, keep on playing with me. Keep playing with my life. That's what they thinking, like, keep playing with my life. And you over here thinking, hey, bro, I'm just trying to tell you, look, this what I mean by that. Like, I'm saying, like, bro, you over here taking it this way, but I meant this. All the while you trying to explain, that person thinking like, bro, you insulting their intelligence. Sometimes we gotta recognize certain arguments ain't even worth having. Certain arguments ain't even worth having. A lot of times, I should have these conversations with them myself, because the people that I'm talking to can't understand where I'm trying to go with it. But I usually ask people when shit get to almost to the point of out of hand. I'm like, hold on, G. Me answering this question, what's it gonna change? Feel me? Like, is it gonna better our situation, or is it gonna cause some more problems? I forget, I got these alarms set up for my meditations in the morning to be thankful, you feel me? But I say, is us talking about this gonna better our situation, or, you feel me, it's gonna make it worse? Or is it not gonna change anything, and it's just some shit to pass the time by? So if that's the case, and you just wanna talk to me, say, man, you know what? Let's shoot the shit and come up on some real nigga shit. Then I'm with that conversation, just for a little bit. But, excuse me, if you wanna sully up on a conversation, you feel me, like ease your way up on a conversation without me really getting wind of the type of bullshit you on, you feel me, and you trying to lead me into saying something that, make you be like, okay, well, what I really wanted to ask you was, you know how people beat around the bush, ask you questions on some hypothetical shit, like, hey, so hypothetically, man, if somebody asked you to take your daughter out at such and such age, how would you feel? And then you answer, and they say, okay, because I was asking you that because, all right, so look, our daughter, she got a date, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Our daughter got a date? Meaning, it's already been decided? You just letting me know? Oh. So I had no say-so is what you're trying to tell. Had no say-so. So, again, while we having this conversation, what is it going to change? What is it going to change? Sometimes people want to tell you things so it seems as though you confirmed or you condone what they want to be going on. A lot of people be looking for validation out here because they unsure. And they don't spend enough time checking themselves. Spend enough time, evaluating the decisions that they make and why they make. But when you start to do so, when you start to recognize why these problems come to you so much, then you stop trying to check everybody else. For some people, they had this ego death of, dang, I thought my purpose was to save others. And truth be told, that'd be the trick bag. That'd be the motherfucking trick bag. Cause they want you sitting over here worrying about trying to save everybody else. When truth be told, y'all ready for this? Cause you can only save yourself. You can only save yourself. Why? Because only you know the inner workings or can really intimately get to know the inner workings of you. Only you can be sensitive to the things that make you tick. But if you want to keep blaming everybody else for your bullshit, then keep spinning your wheels. Keep spinning your wheels. Keep spinning your wheels. But you ain't going nowhere with that. You ain't going nowhere with that. That's no different than somebody saying, I listen to you because I don't know what else to do. But all the while, you thinking like, man, I don't believe the shit this nigga telling me. I'm just going to do it so the nigga can't say I ain't try. What's up with it, fam? I'm just going to do it so the nigga can't say I ain't try. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's going to work. Nigga, you self-sabotaging your damn self. So even if what they did say was going to work, it ain't work because the amount of work that you put in or didn't put in. So at the end of the day, you can blame anybody and everybody for your bullshit. But the truth to it is, You set yourself up for failure. Set yourself up for failure. And you want to be mad because everybody else couldn't stop you from doing so. Well, don't work like that. Don't work like that. You get what you achieve or what you believe. And in some cases, both. You feel me? You gotta believe in order to achieve it. Gotta believe in order to achieve it. But you don't let motherfuckers break that spirit too much. When it comes to that believing thing, you can definitely achieve some things through what you believe without all the effort that man wants you to put in so they can keep you busy rather than doing what you was purpose for, which is to experience this life, you know? For the most part, that's what we here for, to experience this. But they get us so caught up being busy, being distracted. Not a human being having experiences that are innate, you know, the ability to learn on the fly through the things of life and nature. But this is being repurposed for other people's purpose. I pray we all get free. Pray we all get free. But first of all, that starts with all of us being able to see that we all ain't free. Never thought I'd see today, but I definitely understand what Harriet Tubman was trying to say when she said, I would have saved more if they knew that they were slaves. Mm-hmm. I don't have no problem with giving people solutions or brainstorming to come up with solutions, because I realize I have a unique mindset set for that. You know what I'm saying? To find a solution, a way through, a way around, a way over, a way under. You feel me? All that. But too often our spirits get broke to the point we stop even trying to find a solution in life, and we wonder why. We wonder why things ain't going the way that we wanted to. But you gotta recognize a lot of times the way you want it to go is a momentary feeling. Like, you don't even feel like that long for you to really be expecting that type of shit in life. Let's say that shit again. A lot of the things that we recognize that we really want in life, after we done been all day busy being distracted, we don't put enough focus on it for it to come to us. But the things that we put so much focus on, whether that's the shit that we busy being distracted with, hey, that's what keep coming to you. More of the same. If you focusing on death, more of the same. You focused on your job the majority of the time, more of the same. More of the same. Again, my favorite example for that is when you buy a new car, you begin to notice all the cars similar to that car on the road. So get a new car, y'all. We gotta get a new car. Fuck the car or complaining. That's a lemon, G. That's a lemon. And it's not progressive towards your goals. If you say you steady trying to be rising, achieve, basically knocking out the goals that you set out, whatever they may be, riding in the lemon ain't gonna get you far. Sitting around complaining about the issues that come ain't gonna get you far. To be able to notice a problem and resolve it is gonna get you where you trying to go. Notice I ain't say, hey, find a road with no problems. I said when you notice the problem, figure out how to resolve it. Instead of getting frustrated because it's gonna be a problem or because it is a problem, hey, signify you don't recognize how life works. You don't recognize how life works. I want to send this shout out to a beautiful soul who been a major part of my life. You know, She's now my ex-wife, unfortunately, in man's eyes. But I know how the spirit realm sees it, as well as I know how I feel at times. I want to send positive energy to her as she gets ready for a surgery that she needs. All right. So yeah, family, we out here. You know what I'm saying? We still not compounding our issues. We still working on our recovery time. Most of all, we not letting people bring us down. You know, we don't think people better than us, so we just gotta go along with the shit they on, cause we ain't got nothing going on. Not to mention, I got a big announcement coming up, cause your boy, let's just say we're gonna be spending a lot more time together. We're gonna have a lot more things going on. We finna get out here and interact with the people some more. Yeah, I thought I forgot about Live with Gold, man. Nope, I ain't forgot. But sticking to the topic for the day, like, you know, stop worrying about people and stop letting people get to you. Stop letting people get to you other than letting them remind you that, damn, bro, you supposed to be fixing this about you. Or, darn, bro, keep on maintaining this about you, because I remember when you was programmed to think this was you, so be thankful that ain't you no more. That ain't you no more. At the same time, if somebody do come through your door really looking for a solution, make sure you got a few. Make sure you got a few. You know what I'm saying? Because same thing that worked for you the first time might not work for them. They might need the second or third thing that you do. You feel me? So remember, problems come around for you to learn from, as well as problems come around for you to what? Maintenance. Maintenance. So just because you learn something one time, don't mean you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, maintenance, as well as show that you know, you have learned this. Show that you can apply it. The lessons that you have acquired. Show that. Man, shout out to my bros, boots on the ground. Shout out to Taz. Shout out to Swab Beezy. Can I drop something in the chat? I want to put something in the chat. But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all shout out the real, bro. Shout out the real. Support the real. Because you can't get mad if people out here doing things that you don't feel when you're not supporting people that are doing things that you feel. That's why so often the things that we enjoy, the things that we need the most, when we go looking for it, it ain't there no more. Not just because they recognize this shit helping us. A lot of times, motherfuckers ain't paying no goddamn attention to what's helping us because they ain't worrying about helping us. If that ain't a motherfucking intent, it's like that new car. They ain't paying attention like you are. So again, it's not because they realize a lot of things is helping us. That's what happens when you focus on other people instead of worrying about what's in it for you, for real, for real. What's happening is you don't support the things that support you. So therefore, when you need that support system, or you on life support, you feel me, you on your last leg, that shit ain't there for you. It ain't there for you. You feel me? So be like those people who have the institutions that you feel like you tired of supporting. You feel me? Make sure you support. You got to think about it. Harvard, at one point in time, Harvard had more money than the country, than our country. They had to tell Harvard, like, bro, y'all got to donate some of this shit. Y'all got to give up some of this shit. Ain't no way y'all finna be this big of a threat to this country. Because they had the means and, you know, how the understanding and wherewithal to, you know, act on some shit, make you a fucking threat. Make you a threat. So before this country let anybody come up in here and just, you know, acquire enough to be a threat to the country, you're gonna have to donate some of that. But what I'm saying all of that shit for is to say, man, peep how these people support themselves, support their own system. So recognize the goal is to, man, shout out to the champ, The goal is to become self-sufficient. See who pull up when we talking that? Like self-sufficient people find their way around when certain things is being talked about. Just like that new car. Once you get a new car, you start noticing all the new cars. When you self-sufficient, you just somehow wind up in self-sufficient conversations. Why? Because in order to become these ways, a lot of people will tell you, shoot, surround yourself with people that's on that same wave. And once you submerge yourself in the information, it becomes you. No different than the program that we've come to. Except it's normal. But it's not. It's not normal for you to sit there and have so much hatred for your brother, your sister, that you have no understanding on how they may have got to where they are, or you have no understanding on why they're being showed to you to the point that now it's imperative that you make sure you do your maintenance before you fall back into this same temptation of being up complaining. You know what I'm saying? Rather than handling your business, worrying about the people that you trusted instead of handling your business. Because if you trust yourself to handle your business, you don't gotta trust nobody else. You don't gotta trust nobody else. Not to mention, you ain't got time to be sitting around thinking shit about nobody else. Like, I think so highly of myself and the things that I know I'm not willing to do just to get by, to the point my first thought of a person is, until I notice a tendency or whatever, you feel me, is to assume, and I feel like it's most humans' nature, is to assume you gonna do what I would do. So if you walking around here stealing all the time, no wonder you think people gonna steal from you. But if you ain't, then I'm just telling you, let that shit go, because you're not putting out that energy for that shit to come back to you, bro. And if it do come back to you like that, guess what? Life got a way of revealing everything in its proper time. But don't get caught out here naked, because it ain't the time or the place for that shit. Don't get caught out here, you know what I'm saying, and the motherfucker done pulled you out on some Drake shit like, damn, you thought that was the hard dish? Well, I got like 3 of them that's harder than that. But if you bite on this bullshit, I got something for you. And that's what a lot of times be happening to us in life. It's almost like when you work out, you miss a day, it unravel every day before. So for a lot of us, we be keeping straight for a couple hours, When somebody say something out the way, it unravel everything before us. You feel me? Everything before us. And notice, I'm only talking this shit to people who, it may be your goal to be better. I'm only talking this shit to people who, you know, sometimes we don't understand why certain things come up out of us. But for those who may be taking a break from their workouts, for those who might be taking a break from talking to certain people about problems that they need to work out, I would say this would be a good time to, one, go within to make sure you have a clear understanding of how you feeling about a situation before you be addressing anybody. And at the same time, make sure that your feelings is pure. Like, if you want to address somebody because you trying to change them, man, keep that shit to your motherfucking self. Because ain't nobody asked you that. But if you want to address somebody because you trying to let them know about the changes that you making, and you just want to make sure that we can keep on going on this wave, then there's nothing wrong with it. And if they get an attitude about it, you said what you had to say. You said what you had to say. Let's not go for keep arguing with people. I'm telling you, right now, the way the energy set up, arguing with people would be at your detriment. And to be so broken spirited that you can't believe in not even having a chance or opportunity, that's gonna be to our detriment too. Talking to my black folks, like, I know motherfuckers ain't been shit to us. Feel me? They ain't been shit to us. They ain't been nowhere near good to us. And we done been the best friend to everybody. But what I want you to do is believe in you. We believe in other people. So now it's time for us to believe in ourselves. We tried everything else. Let's try us. Let's try us. And we might just remember the greatness that is us. But again, this conversation is clearly about stop looking outside of yourself and recognize the greatness that is you. These problems only coming through to remind you what you capable of doing. You feel me? Remind you of that real black power like my brother is alluding to. You feel me? Just because you love yourself don't mean you gotta hate nobody else. So miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with it. If you too busy, distracted, hating on somebody else, when you got time to take care of yourself? When you got time? That's another reason why you can't be worrying about these problems too much. You can't. Because you got to put in that time for yourself. Love yourself enough. Love yourself enough, man, to not get caught up on some bullshit. Love yourself enough to know that, man, a lot of this shit ain't worth your time nor your effort and complaining about. But it's worth you going within and making sure, is this something that I need to continue to work on? Is this a maintenance situation? Or is this a situation that I need to learn firsthand? This is something I need to change. And this is why it's showing up in the form of this person. But I can't get so caught up in the example that this person is being in my life to the point I try to take this motherfucker out over a misunderstanding. When the misunderstanding is, hey, the misunderstanding is you looking all outside of yourself instead of looking inside. Why is this shit bothering me? So much so that I gotta respond to this shit. Why am I being triggered by it? And if you don't know why you being triggered by it, it's probably a good chance that you probably shouldn't even respond to that shit. Because it might be a setup. It might be a setup. People forgot about that shit. Like Montel Jordan say, niggas want a gangbang because they forgot about the drive-by. Motherfuckers want to talk shit to each other like they forgot about the setup. When shit don't make no sense, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I'm not telling you this because I feel like I know everything. I'm telling you this because I got love for you on everything. Stop falling for the setup. Because it might not always be a setup to get your ass popped physically. But you, shit, in a way you do get your ass popped physically. Because when you run your blood pressure up, worrying about some shit that somebody else wants you to stress about, what a win in that for you? What a win in that for you? The majority of the lesson, shit, you could have got out of that is taken away. Only lesson you left with is the lesson that shit, you should have never fed into that shit. You should have never fed into that shit. Shout out to my bro, Yashar. Appreciate the fans showing up. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Because you know they trying to ban the positive men for what they don't understand. But it's cool, because we going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing that line until it's clear. And until we out of here. But one thing we ain't going to do is keep on trying to focus on the next motherfucker. We going to do the best by us. Feel me? We going to remain self-sufficient, because it's a must. And stop waiting on the next motherfucker to do some shit when we supposed to be kicking up dust. Stop thinking the next person gonna do it. Because the way I see it is, if we all do it, shit is done. In the blink. In the twinkling of an eye. You feel me? It's done. But if we waiting on the next motherfucker, waiting on the next motherfucker, this motherfucker waiting on this motherfucker waiting on this motherfucker, everybody thought somebody else had the answer, and all the while, we over here lying to the next generation about what the answer is to save face. When at the end of the day, we could goddamn keep on putting them in a better place to continue this race. That's what it's about. About leaving behind my children in a better position to continue this race than I started off with. Not, am I giving my kids all the toys, all the candy, that shit I didn't have? Like, if them toys, I ain't teaching your kids shit. Man, that shit useless, G. That shit useless, G. And a waste of motherfucking time. And in the words of my big bro Swap, we ain't got time for it. We ain't got time for it. And y'all might want to pay attention to this shit with this candy, bro. This shit with this candy. I don't know about none of y'all who ain't never told yourself, I ain't gonna keep eating candy, I ain't gonna keep eating candy, and couldn't stop. It's more to it than it's just candy at that point. It's more to it. It's more to it. Not to mention, if you do the studies on a lot of this shit, like go back and look at the old Mentos commercials when they talking about they gonna change the molecular structure of motherfuckers through these candy. Think it's a game. When you talking about the holistic lifestyle shit, they don't even deal with medicine. Guess what their medicine is? Like the synthetic medicines that we used to seeing in the hospital, they ain't dealing with that. Shout out to the bro Terry, man. They don't deal with that. The holistic people, they food is their medicine. Meaning, if you treat yourself right on the daily, you don't gotta get right. Not to mention, let's get this right. The body naturally heals itself on a regular basis if you don't interfere. If you don't interfere. And the foods that are good for us, it really just get a body a jump start. You feel me? These electric foods just do the body like zzz, and the body be like, oh shit, we here, we up. You feel me? We up. Why not keep charging yourself up? Why not keep doing the things that's gonna add to your life force? I think about that Jason Statham movie when he kept on having to charge himself up. He had some kind of organism within him, but he kept on having to synthetically charge himself up in order to keep on going. But it don't change the facts. The facts is, and the gist that I'm trying to get across is this. Keep doing things that add to your life. And if you find yourself doing things that you're not so happy with or you're not so pleased in doing, be sensitive enough to recognize that these things is not adding to your life. That's why you don't feel the fulfillment. So therefore, you can find a way in the will to will yourself up out of that shit. But if you never take the time for yourself to pay attention to the things that you don't fucking like, it's no wonder that you keep on spinning your wheels and keep on talking about, I can't stand this person, I don't like this person. When truth be told, that person just pointing the light to you. Because they got to work on their own shit. It ain't for me to worry about. It ain't for you to worry about. Because you got your own shit to worry about, and I got my own shit to worry about. And it's the shit we got to work on. If you weren't pleased with your last experience as a human being, whether that's from 2 seconds ago, a minute ago, an hour ago, make sure the next one is different. Just make sure the next one is different. And don't be so mad at yourself, because you ain't the only one that sometimes be tripping. That's just how it go. Because if it wasn't shit that you was tripping on, it wouldn't be shit for you to learn from. And it wouldn't be nothing for you to later maintenance. But I'm just giving you the signs of greatness. Because once you can recognize this, it is what it is. It's up from here. It's up from here. Nobody can intentionally trigger you and you unintentionally do some shit that you didn't want to do. Nobody can at this point in my family. Nobody. You know, at this point, you know what I'm saying? I want to give everybody a chance to put in the chat, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Because we all got something to be grateful for. And with these morning walks, I hope, I set out for this to be a way to give hope and let people know there's a way to start your day that can invoke the greatness that you seek and the greatness that you need. And all you got to do is be you. Be you. That's all you need to do is be you. I love you as myself. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. As we are one. Kinfolk. Let me see what it's talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. Say we about to what? We about to break bread right now. We about to break bread. Hope y'all can snack on that for the rest of the day, man. I appreciate y'all showing love. Appreciate y'all being y'all. Hey, we all we got. All we need is us.